But shifting focus to India's grain industry then, and the Pulses body has urged the government to hike import duties on Mysore, chana and yellow peas. But why is the industry seeking for this move, and how will it really support the domestic sector? To discuss exactly this, we now have Rahul Chauhan, director at iGrain, joining us. Mr. Chauhan, afternoon, and thanks so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now. Let's first talk about Mysore and chana in particular. I believe the rate currently stands at 11 and 10% respectively, and there are several reports which suggest that the industry is now asking the government to increase the import duty on both these grains. How much increase in duty are you seeking, and what is the rationale for that?
Good afternoon, ma'am, and thanks for inviting me on this show. Industry is asking government to increase the import duty, especially on peas. Right now, the import duty on lentil and desi chickpea it is 10% plus cess. And even after that, the prices of all the international commodities and pulses they are nearly half if I compare with the last year. So what is happening? We have imported a huge quantity of lentils in the last financial year. It was 69.5 lakh tons out of which pea was 21 lakh tons, pigeon pea was 12 something, 12 lentils were 12. So all the pulses import was at a record level in the last year, due to which currently in Indian market, all the pulses prices, they are trending below MSP. Only consumer is happy and other players like traders, importers, stockists, and they are running their business under losses. So due to that, many agencies like IPGA, they're asking continuously with the government to increase the import duty on all the pulses, mainly on mutter, that is pea.
Okay, so and if you can also tell us realistically, do you expect the government to increase import duty, and if the answer is yes, how soon could that happen?
Ma'am, I don't think so. They are going to put import duty on pulses because the inflation rate it's continuously going down, and there are elections in many states. Government doesn't want that news of high prices comes in the market, and I don't think so. They are going to going to change the import duty on pulses. They are very happy on low prices. Consumer is happy. I don't think so. They are going to increase this import duty.
Okay, so you don't expect the government to actually go ahead and hike import duty despite the challenges that the industry is facing. But if you can also tell us how is the demand environment shaping up in the domestic industry?
Right now, ma'am, due to huge import of peas, the consumption of other pulses they are going down. Right now, the this is festive season demand is coming, but the demand is very less if you compare it with the last year because the availability of all the pulses due to huge imports and last year good production, it is very good in India, and people they are waiting for festive demand. If festive demand comes out, we can see a little bit upward movement in prices, but one thing we need to keep in mind that from October and November, lentil export, pea export, and decision export from Australia, Russia, Canada will start in India. Pigeon pea, that is called tuber, it is already started coming from African countries. And in all the international markets, the availability of all the pulses is at a very good level. International market prices, if I compare with July 24, they have reduced up to half in all the pulses. So now the position is very tight in pulses.
Okay, so the position is very tight, but given how the monsoon season has been so far, Mr. Chauhan, if you can tell us what will your production estimates be for pulses for the rest of the year?
Yes. Initially, the monsoon came in India at a very, advanced dates, and now what is happening in some parts, like in Rajasthan, in Karnataka, Maharashtra, there are huge rains, and pulses crop is very delicate crop. So we are saying that in some part of Karnataka and Maharashtra, production of moong, urad, and pigeon pea it will come down, and I think the pigeon pea poor production in this Kharif season, it will be down lesser than 30 lakh tons. And if we talk about urad production from last 6 years in Kharif season, it is continuously declining. And this year, I think we may produce about 10 to 12 lakh tons. which was 13 lakh ton in last Kharif season. If I talk about moong, there are damages in some parts of the moong producing states, and moong production, I think in Kharif it will be down by 15 lakh tons, which was 17 lakh tons in last year. So one thing with the moong is that moong production in summer crop is increasing every year from last 5 years. It is increasing, so moong is not a concern. But urad and tur might be a concern for the government if the crop is severely affected by the rains and floods.
Okay, so that's as far as the impact of monsoon on production of pulses is concerned. Mr. Chauhan, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now.